These are the top 7 best businesses to start in 2024. My name is Brian Waldron. I run the #1 event space consulting program in the country. And in this video, what I want to do is I want to break down the top 7 business models that, in my opinion, I feel are great for 2024 going on to even 2025. Number 1 is high ticket sales. So what high ticket sales is basically you find somebody who has a high value product to sell. That might be like a top tier coaching program, maybe even like a roof job or like a flip or houses or whatever the case may be. And you basically sell for them for a commission. Now, in my opinion, the top pros of this type of position are that you can work from anywhere and there's no limit on your income. If you tap out on a certain service provider, you can move on to a next one. However, the cons is that you are at the mercy of the business that you're selling for, and it can be very volatile. If the business owner stops ads or they drop traffic or whatever the case may be, your income is directly cut from that too, which can be very, very volatile. My take on this: great model for getting your money up. Great model for getting your money up. No startup cost, and it is relatively easy to get a job because every business needs sales. You can start at your local car dealership and you can work up to selling houses or however you want to do it. Number 2 is e-commerce. E-commerce is simply selling online. If you see a jewelry store, Fashion Nova, whatever the case may be, those are all e-commerce stores. Now, the biggest pro with e-commerce that you can work from anywhere, really no limit on your income, and you're not drop shipping, so you can build a real brand. The cons with that is that to build a solid e-commerce brand does take a lot of patience, right? It's not just some Facebook ads and it's gonna pop off. You really need to be in it for the long haul and really need to build a solid product. My take on it is that if you're patient and willing to work, this is a great business that pays those who wait. Building a brand takes time but comes with a huge payout. Number 3, event spaces. Now, event spaces has been around since the dawn of time, right? Literally, basically what it is, if you've ever been to a baby shower, wedding reception, kids party, birthday party, they have held it at a facility, and that facility is an event space, a space for events. The pros is that you get to see your vision come to life. It's a brick and mortar business, right? Plus, you get to be part of people's most joyous occasions of their life. Birthday parties, baby showers, wedding receptions, you name it. Cons is that it is a heavy startup cost and it can be a bit difficult to find a location. My take is that this is a need-based business model. It is not going anywhere, and like I said, it's been around since the beginning of time. COVID proved that. And if you do want to start your own event space business and you want to get your own event space guaranteed in the next 30, 60 days, I dropped the link in the description for you to go ahead and apply to work with us. Number 4, Amazon FBA. Now, FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, where basically what it is that they will hold your inventory for you instead of you holding it yourself at your house, your garage, or whatever the case may be. Now, the pros with Amazon FBA is that it is fairly easy to make sales. Since you're backed by Amazon, you have their traffic and you're typically selling name brand products. However, the cons is that it is a bit difficult to get approved on the Amazon site. Plus, you do need several licenses to retail those name brand products. My personal take is that if you're willing to go through the process of obtaining the necessary permits, licenses, things of that nature, you could really kill it in this business. Amazon isn't going anywhere and has made a lot of people wealthy. Number 5, Airbnb. Now, for those who don't know what Airbnb is, essentially what you're doing is you're finding a home, an apartment, whatever the case may be, you're putting it on the platform for short-term stays. People are staying 1 night, 2 night, 3 night, maybe even 30 nights, right? The pros is that it is relatively easy to get started up since there's a lot of inventory, aka homes and apartments, and that you have the Airbnb site to rely on for marketing. The cons, however, is that it is an extremely saturated market. It has a super low barrier to entry. Almost anybody named mom could get into this type of business. And also, Airbnb is very, very guest biased. 9 times out of 10, unless you have literally like 10,000 terms and conditions that the Airbnb guests sign, Airbnb is gonna side with the guests, not the host. My take is I don't particularly like this business too much, mainly due to the platform being very, very one-sided, as well as the market being very, very saturated. I've seen many people lose a lot of money in this business. Number 6, car detailing. Now, car detailing is simple. You're just essentially washing cars, but it's essentially a next level, right? You're really detailing the car. You're getting in, doing all the cup holders, making sure that there's no streaks. It's like a different level of service, right? The pros about this type of business is that it is a relatively low startup cost and there is a heavy demand because everybody drives and not many people want to wash their car themselves, right? The cons is that due to a low barrier of entry, there is heavy competition. However, there are a lot of opportunities to differentiate yourself in the marketplace. My personal take, I think this is a great business model. I think it's a great business model for somebody who loves cars and isn't afraid to work. Customer service plays a big role here, so make sure you have that down pat. Number 7, Course creator. Basically what a course creator is somebody who has developed a certain expertise in a marketplace. They'll go ahead and create a simple course, like could be a guide, could be modules, could be videos, however they want to set it up. And they basically sell it to people who want to learn how to get into that trade, right? So like, for example, like event spaces, we have a course on getting into event spaces, right? The pros with being a course creator is that it is very easy to get started, virtually no startup cost, and you can make money pretty quickly. The cons is that it is, since there's so many people who kind of get into it because it is a get rich quick scheme, is that it's very easy to get thrown into that scam category, right? Due to pretty bad reputation in the marketplace. There's a lot of people who don't have the kindest of intentions, right? My take is this, and I say this as a course creator myself. Don't get into this business if you're not an actual expert. We created courses because people asked us like, hey, we've seen what you've done with VK Event Spaces. How do I get into that, right? If people aren't asking for that, you're just not trying to get a quick buck, then you may be a scammer. Ugh. I've seen a lot of people make a lot of money, you know, in this business from simple branding, overselling and under-delivering, but it isn't something that lasts very long, right? After a while, the smoke screens go away and the audience will see who's really an expert and who's not. Number 8, home cleaning. Simple, you clean people's homes, right? This business for the pros, very low startup cost, very easy to get started. Everybody needs their house cleaned. Everybody needs their apartment cleaned, right? The cons is that due to such a low barrier of entry, there is heavy competition. However, this provides an amazing opportunity to differentiate yourself. My personal take is this. I think this is also a great business model. Somebody who loves customer service, somebody who's not afraid to work. There's a lot of demand, so it shouldn't be too difficult landing client. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know I mentioned 7 business, but you actually got a little bit of a bonus one with 8. As you know, I make these videos to showcase business, to get other people inspired, get other people into business, so that you can turn around and make the kind of money you desire. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know what other videos I should make next. Let's get it, let's go.